Hey guys, it's TK and today we're gonna dive into Legend League with some Hydra attack with the Rage Gem or the Healing Tome. Which one works better? We're gonna dive in and answer that question because this strategy is super overpowered. Okay, we are here on the first attack and we have a ring style base with the double poison. Now guys, watch the sweepers. The area you want to enter should be the area where sweepers doesn't hurt you. We're going to go ahead with that Inferno Dragon, then I'm going to go ahead and kind of zap the sweeper out. So now we have a direct path into the town hall, and you just need to then look at your clone value. The way you have to drop your blimp needs to be important because you're gonna see why. Queen on this side, then we're gonna go ahead with these dragons, and look, we didn't even do that crazy of a funnel. This is what I mean by this spam strategy is absolutely crazy. But take a look at this blimp. This is your focus now. You need to go ahead with a double clone, first clone catching the area where you land, and look how beautiful these loons did their thing. And now you rage the area which you are kind of getting close to, the clan castle area. That's why I started my dragons from a bit higher so they can path through that and get the CC. And look at that freeze. You need to keep this one dragon alive to get that CC. Sometimes it's possible, sometimes not, but try your best to do that. And we added the king with the queen. Unfortunately the king died, but I wanted to kind of focus on the main part of this attack, which was the clone. So next attack we're gonna dive into how you drop your heroes, but don't worry about that. Now I had an extra loon I had to drop, but you can see already when you get the damage on a ring base in the core, the rest of the base, queen that is going around the base or your champion that is going around, will always be able to clean up super easily. We have the champion with the haste vial and that hog rider puppet or hog puppet. These two work really well with each other because the hog puppet can sometimes tank for the ricochet cannon, making sure your royal champion is also 1 second invisible. But hopefully you enjoyed this method on ring bases. Let's dive into a box base. We are here on this very weird box space, and guys, take a look at the surrounding of the town hall. This is your key thing. Okay, I found my clone value. Now you're gonna dive into either the right or the left. I'm really easier with the right side deployment because I'm right-handed, of course, you all know this. Now we're gonna go ahead with that double zap on the sweeper. Now that Inferno Dragon on the top is where kinda you need to be realizing, okay, I don't want to really send my heroes to the town hall area because we're gonna clone it anyway. So the heroes go to the lower side, which then you have to drop the Inferno Dragon on the top side. So hopefully you understood the way we dropped the Sui. Now then again, look at your blimp. We're gonna go ahead with that double clone, but first you need to make sure the invisible tower is actually frozen. We're gonna absolutely demolish this area very nicely. I added the king with the queen, and on this attack we actually do have the Rage Gem. Take a look at the core. You need to keep on freezing for these dragons to be able to get the clan castle. Once they got it, it's fine. You don't even need to invest your free spells for anything else. You can keep it for your royal champion, or at this case you saw we had a dragon on the single inferno, so why not to use that one freeze to get that value. We got a few dragons on the top side. Unfortunately they went up, it's sometimes this happens because this strategy doesn't have as many funnel troops. Now I have actually the additional rocket loons to this strategy, so we're gonna link that one down below. It just has one less dragon rider, so you have 3 more rocket loons to snipe air defenses, so your inferno dragons and your funnel would be a lot better with those rocket loons. And look how crushing this attack is, unbelievable. But let's move on to another ring base. Okay, double poison ring base again, and this time around we got the sweepers, as you can see, pointing outwards, which means if you're gonna go ahead and zap it, you need to zap it in a way that you also know your dragon pathing to go directly to the clan castle. Okay, that is your next kind of primary goal. But take a look at the clone value. This space doesn't give you that, right? So your double clone will kind of be wasted on such bases that have literally 0 of those crazy major defenses, right? So we're gonna go ahead with the queen on the top. That was, I would say, a kind of mistake with the Sui drop. I should have dropped it lower because that is the monolith side and also the clan castle side. But look at that clone. I'm trying to pull these loons into that monolith. The moment a few loons get into that clone spell, you're gonna clone them. Even your cloned loons will be cloned, okay? Keep that in mind. Now a few dragons went to the lower side, so I'm gonna rage them up to get this area done because the clan castle is down. You don't need to rage for like a single dragon to get the CC, and this way is now kind of like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have invested that rage on the lower side. It kind of did get swagged, but we're gonna kind of clear that whole scattershot compartment because your royal champion can now have a better path going around the base rather inside the core and get absolutely melted with a few skelly traps. Now once I see that ricochet cannon getting tanked, I drop the champion right in front of it. She can go invisible again, and you have her ability with the hogs and the haste. While if you don't have either of those abilities upgraded, I would suggest the rage gem with either one of them. It works really good too, but this attack is kind of coming a bit more closer than the last attacks, just because I think personally my Sui was a bit wrong, and I think my spell placement could have been better, but you kind of, I think, hopefully like the way we cloned into the monolith. Alright, on another box space we have, and look at those sweepers. Now again, the way you see the CC as well, so you can't really send your heroes to the town hall area, they might pull the CC, so you need to do that inferno dragon kind of snipe on one or two trash buildings on the sides of the base. So you go with the opposite side Sui, and you can see when the wall is open to the top side, king and queen can go directly inside the base. We're gonna start with the dragons. I kind of did forget that, you know, zap on the sweeper, so we're gonna get pushed actually twice. We have the healing tome on this attack too, so you can see we can heal back these dragons inside the core. Now the freeze on that enemy queen and expo was necessary, but we do have the healer puppet, so nothing to worry about that much. Double clone into the monolith, clearing that side, so now the dragons, look at those rage spells, have easier path directly into clan castle. Going to freeze for a single inferno, and look at these dragon riders gonna be in front of my dragons, taking out the defenses, so they have easier way to go through the core. I added the king also again with the queen, but he died. Sometimes it happens, man, sometimes it does happen, so the king dies before the queen, but you are going to clear the area of the damage. That's the whole point of the dragon attacks. You clear what you can, and then the Sui will clear the rest. Now with this champion job, I could have done it a bit better, drop it a bit further so it goes invisible faster. That's something that you have to kind of keep in mind with the spirit fox. If you drop the champion a bit further than the defense you want her to go to, she's gonna get invisible twice. But if you drop it too close, she might not get to go invisible that quickly. So that's how you can see a little tip for you with the royal champion, with the spirited fox and also the abilities. But hopefully you enjoyed the way I explained this attack, because everything happens so quickly. Trust me, it happens so quickly. So let's move on to the last hit and see how we get that clone spell. Alright, this is probably one of my craziest clone spell value, because take a look at a town hall, man. Like if this such bases come in front of you, you're like, oh my god, I love this. But you need to make sure you do clone, because actually in the group stage of World's warm-up I missed my clone spell. So if you miss your clone, you're basically swagging 6 spell spots. That's outrageous. Okay, you need to make sure you don't do that. Now look at the CC placement again. If I dropped the Sui on the 9 o'clock, they would have gone to the eagle compartment. They would pull the CC, because that's just what heroes do. Like, you don't know the pathing of their heroes on these attacks. You're just basically dropping them to funnel the dragons. We're gonna go diving straight to the enemy queen. This attack I have the healing tome as well, but I think the healing tome does work better in general. We're gonna dive into this double clone, but freeze first, always left and right clone. We're gonna get that area with the town hall and the monolith, and these loons will get invisible to go take out the multi inferno as well. And look at the base, what is left from this base. Now this is the time your dragons are taking the damage, you know, like this is just the start of losing dragons, but the base is already gone. This is what I mean, how strong this strategy can be. And look at the time, we are 1 minute ahead and we got like what, a lot of the base done. I know this is not the fastest attack, but it does come quite quickly. Okay, so now with the champion, up to you wherever you want to use her. Whenever the CC is down, you can then start thinking, okay, I have these heroes here, I have this many dragons there, what can I do with the champion? Don't drop her directly into like a Tesla farm or directly into a ricochet cannon unless you have to, or you want to speed up the attack. That is the tips I can give you with the champion drop. And well, yeah, I mean, honestly, we don't even need her at this point in this attack. I could have dropped her for time purposes, but Legends League, you don't need time, man. You can just get that triple. We just did that spell as well to get the value. Use the healer puppet with the queen, guys. This was one of those first attacks that I did. I was still getting a hang of this strategy, so I didn't change equipments much, but the healer puppet on the queen is a must, man. She can get healed back up really quickly. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Leave a like and let us know what else you want to see. See you on the next video. Take care and peace.